Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss on a topic which is very important if you want to grow your business on applications. So, how should you choose a right mobile app development company in 2024? As the mobile app development industry is growing and rising day by day, choosing a right development partner is very crucial nowadays. So, in this video, we'll understand step-wise that how should we do this. Let's get started. First step is assess your requirement. Means first going to the company, you should understand yourself that what does your application really requires. You should consider these things for that. First is platform. You should decide your application will run on which platform, iOS, Android or on both. Next is features. You should decide what type of features you will provide on your application. Next is user experience. You should decide that what level of user experience you will provide on your application. Next is integration. You should decide that how will your app will interact or connect with existing system or with third-party service. Next is timeline. You should decide the deadline that you want your app to be ready by this date. Next is budget. And the most important obviously, because here you have to decide how much you can or how much you want to invest on your app development. All this was about your requirement. So the next step is research and shortlist potential providers. So after all the requirements means you are clear with your requirements, you should go for searching for companies. First step is industry experience. You should see the experience of the company and you should see whether they are experienced in your industry and target audience. Next is portfolio. You should see for the portfolio of the company to see whether the other clients were happy from them, to see what types of app they have developed and to see how is the quality of their product. Next is client testimonials. Read reviews and studies of the customers, of the earlier customers to understand that how was the customer satisfaction earlier. Next is technical expertise. See whether the company is technically good, means they have knowledge of technology, framework and platforms needed for your app development. Next is company size. You have to see whether the size of the resources and company is good for your app development. Is it sufficient for your app development? Next, we have assess the company's capabilities. First point in that is arrange meetings. So here you have to arrange meetings and discuss about your project. You have to see that can they understand your needs and how is their plan. Next is understand their development process. Here you have to see how they manage your project, how they develop and what's their opinion on launching your app. Next is check team and resources. Here you have to see skills and experience of the developers, designers and managers who are going to work on your application. Last is communication and collaboration. Here you have to see how the company communicate with you and your team and can they work with your team, because this is very important for a smooth project. Fourth step is considering pricing and timeline. While quality should be your priority, but pricing and timeline are also very crucial. So while pricing, you should get quotes of each and every part of the project. Means you should get a detailed price quote of how much will each part of the project will cost you. And you should compare to see if the needs and company skills match. Next is timeline. So here you should see whether the timeline provided by the company matches your deadline, and you should check whether the company has good history of providing the projects on time and solving any problem that arises. Fifth step is check references and case studies. So before you go further, after the company is finalized, you should do your homework first. First is checking references. So here you should check whether the company has a good history. Means you should connect with the customers, the earlier customers, and ask them about overall satisfaction. Next is read case studies. So here you should study case studies of other clients who have performed this, who have developed their app from them, and should see whether they do projects of that quality that you want. Next step is establish a collaborative partnership. After you choose a right partnership and you want to start going, choosing a correct partnership is very good option. Means you have to write a whole documentation process. First step is sign a comprehensive contract. Means here you should create a contract which tells us everything about work, timeline, the amount you are going to pay and everything. You should see that you have calculated all the aspects of the project in this contract and you get all your intellectual property rights. Next is maintain clear communication. So here you should discuss and communicate with your company very clearly and see whether everyone is on the same page of problems, of goals and of your needs. Next is provide ongoing feedback. Means you have to provide all the feedback to the company. So providing each and every feedback to the company keeps both of you on the same page and the project will go very well. Overall, choosing a right mobile app development company in 2024 is very critical. This can make or break your project. So by following these steps, you can find your right developer partner and can go further with your project. That's it for today's video, and if you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel, and if you have any doubt or you want any topic to cover else, then you can comment that below. And for further information, you can visit our website which is linked in the description. That's it for today's video. Thank you and have a great day ahead.